first time, the very first meeting of the 36 Charter Fellows in Kansas City was one of enormous excitement and, frankly, a certain amount of fear because we had been given this huge responsibility.
So in 2005-2007, we were still struggling with the issue of shortage of nursing personnel, not only in hospitals, but in faculty positions across the United States. And that led to some work that we did in those 2 years from the Academy.
During my presidency, there was a lot of concern about the impact of nursing on health policy in the health policy arena. Concern that we needed a clearer voice, that consumers, as our partners, needed a clearer voice, and that we wanted to develop a structure that would allow us to clearly address health policy in a variety of arenas.
Well, definitely it was the time of the election, and the healthcare reform was huge on the agenda, and it was an exciting time. We had just moved our headquarters to be completely in Washington, D.C., so we were in the right place at the right time to be able to contribute some to the healthcare reform discussions.
Well, our focus in the Academy at the time was completely redoing and refining our infrastructure and support system for conducting the business of the Academy. We were also focused on making sure that there was a national forum for nursing research, and we were having the Council for the Advancement of Nursing Science become part of the Academy's business in order to have a national research conference for nurse scientists.
But inside the Academy, we were having some interesting thinking in terms of the organization itself. During those years, we had become a 501c3 organization. We were beginning to be, as a not-for-profit, an organization that was raising money for our own support to some extent. We had become much more independent of the American Nurses Association. And during my presidency, we made the decision to, in fact, leave the American Nurses Association physical office space and move out onto our own.
And so during my presidency, we spent quite a bit of time focusing on how we needed to be organized, to be responsive, to be nimble. We had aspirations to influence healthcare policy, and yet we had committee structures that did not advance that. We were spending our money on activities that were not policy focused. And so it was an opportunity for us to really look at the mission of the Academy and how well our activities aligned with that mission.
A major accomplishment while I was president was to redesign and refocus our relationship with the American Nurses Association, to be clear about how we could synergistically move the agendas for nursing.
We were also able during that period of time to begin to enact some important initiatives, including a greater focus on the care of active military and military veterans. We formulated the Special Interest Group and ultimately the expert panel on military care, and for me that was one of the most important things that happened during that period.
We created a program called Raise the Voice, and out of that campaign of Raise the Voice, we were able to showcase the work of the Academy, not just of the Academy, but of the members from around the country that were doing phenomenal work to improve health and healthcare. And that was one of the most exciting items that we did in those 2-year period. And it continues today. The Raise the Voice campaign is very successful, and I was pleased to have it start during my presidency.
We used to complain that people didn't take nurses seriously. I think with all the work that is going on around quality and safety, and organizations becoming accountable care organizations, there's more and more value placed on the very preparation that nurses have, particularly because all nurses, no matter what specialty they go into, look at issues through the lens of system. And that's a particular gift when you're trying to change healthcare systems.
Well, I think that nursing is coming into its own, that this is very soon going to be an era in healthcare where nursing has a great deal more input into what happens with patients. We, in fact, will have more responsibility, and we will be the people who are going to help to develop innovations that will, in fact, help all of us figure out how we can deliver care that is more effective while at the same time being more efficient.
You know, the Academy is well positioned to make a difference in terms of what will occur, particularly over the next 5 years in healthcare. We are a knowledge-based group, and because of our knowledge, we are able to inform individuals about changes that are needed to improve healthcare policy, and through that improvement in healthcare policy, allocate resources to be able to improve healthcare. So we will continue to be a leader in the field of trying to make a difference.
And I think the Academy will have a major role to play in the future with all the expertise we have on board, a major role to play in the direction that healthcare goes, toward an increasing emphasis, hopefully, on health promotion and prevention to keep people well and improve the quality of life, so that we rebalance and play a critical role in rebalancing the health promotion, prevention, and acute and chronic care services so that we provide an integrated product to patients.
The people who were elected to the American Academy of Nursing today, where it is still a great honor, and I'm sure feel just as excited as we did, but it must bear in mind that it's also a great responsibility. And that is that we are a small group who are charged with setting the course for a large and essential profession.